Last time we talked about Town Hall 12 base identification. Today, let's see if Blizzard is even still worth your time. What's going on, my friends? My name's Corrupt, and today let's talk about if Blizzard is even still worth your time after the balance changes. Now remember that the balance changes in terms of the Super Wizard was its secondary damage, its chain effect on the secondary buildings. This means that it went from 60% down to 40%. And one way to kind of show that is through this attack, the Blizzard Lalo. Now, one of the things in terms of this is you want to look at areas of the base or even a base design itself that's like this, where there is a ton of chain that you can get rid of, which is incredibly valuable. But usually what you want to try and do, especially if it's something like a Blizzard Lalo here, is you want to try and get your Blizzard to go into the core. And something that is very important is that the Blizzard will do a lot better in an open compartment, which is why sometimes you may see the use of super wall breakers. But this base, it's so compact, it's ultra compact, which makes it extremely good for any type of chain, both the Electro Dragon chain and the Super Wizard chain. Now, one of the most important things in terms of me and what I would recommend is if you want to get deeper or even into the core like this base here, you may want to use a Lava Hound. This is incredibly good and it can really help you in terms of different attacks to get your Super Wizards in. Now, something that's very important is using the invisibility spell first, then pop the blimp, and then use that rage spell and allow your Super Wizards to get a ton of value from the base. And you can see from here that they're gutting out the entire core, and along with that, getting rid of the enemy clan castle troops, mainly consisting of these 4 balloons. Of course, there were a couple of headhunters in there, but that's really it. 29% of the base taken out from a Blizzard is still very, very good. And I would definitely recommend still trying out that Blizzard. But here, in this case, we're using it with a Lava Loon. And that Blizzard was able to cut down so much of the base that it kind of looks like this now. It's like a perfect L shape for the Lalo. And he doesn't even need to use super wall breakers. All he has to do is just start sending in his Lava Loon, that's about it. That is something that you would want to take advantage of. It's the pathing that is incredibly important. This defender here used these like dead zone spots, like these areas where there's nothing there except for the Teslas, to really try to prevent something, but it doesn't really help against Lalo or miners even. So that is something that's very important. You can see how he's able to use the air defense placement to his advantage, and then he has the Lava Hounds there to tank on other defensive structures, and he has those balloons that can just wipe out everything else. He's got so many of them, and then they get taken down by a red air bomb probably. Okay, no, they don't, but that was really close. But you can still see from here, though, that it's incredibly, incredibly good still. Blizzard is still really good, and on this base in particular, this was a really good attack strategy for this particular base, since the Blizzard got rid of so much of the base. It's honestly impressive on how much of the base he got rid of with the Blizzard, but still very, very much powerful. That really kind of goes over exactly kind of what you're doing with the Blizzard. Now, let's go ahead and do some live attacks with the Blizzard Hybrid to see if it's even worth using in a ground attack. Alright guys, we're going to be trying to hit with the Blizzard Hybrid, and this is what I want to do. I actually want to send my blimp in to this area here. So let's see if we can do it. So, I'm going to drop in a balloon, then I'm going to drop in the blimp, and let's see if we can get over to this area. I'm going to drop in a rage, the invisibility, pop the blimp. Alright, this is looking fairly good. Use another invisibility spell right there. And one more. Should be enough to get rid of the town hall. Let's see. Yep, there we go. Can we get rid of the eagle? Yes, we can. Ooh, we got rid of a lot of really good stuff. Alright, I think that's going to be it. That's still fairly good. So now I want to charge in, let's see. Let's go for the clan castle. So I'm going to drop in a wizard. Let's see. So, can I open this wall up? I can. That's good. I'm going to use a Yeti right there. Queen. Going to use a balloon. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the healers here. And let's see what we can do. Going to be patient. Drop in another balloon. So I'll drop in a second super wall breaker. Oh, there's a Tesla farm there. Okay. Let's keep this queen alive. We may need to freeze through this. That's fine. Alright. Let's see what we can do. Everything's looking good. There doesn't seem to be a Klein Castle. So I think what we'll do... Let's see, where do we want to go? We'll go here. Drop the king in there. Sneaky goblin. Alright. I'm going to send in my miners here. Warden. Hog riders. Alright, here we go. Let's see if this can work. I'm going to go ahead and pop the queen ability here. I'm going to use a heal right here. This is looking good. I still have the warden ability. And I think I'm going to use my king ability here to continue to make sure that everything's going smoothly. And let's see, let's drop in. Let's see, let's use the warden ability now. Protecting all these miners and hog riders. And this is looking like this is going to be a 3-star. Woo woo, there you go. Even though we did miss the Tesla farm, we still have our queen alive. We still have a heal spell. We're going to reset the army with the poison. I'm kind of hoping, I'm really kind of worried though about time at this point. But I'm going to use a heal right here to just keep hog riders and miners alive. And let's see if this was enough time. We have barbarians going over there, so that's good. I think this is going to be a triple. Not the best in terms of the time management. That's something that I need to really work on. And I know that this over here was not in the best spot. But looking very good. I think we're still going to get the triple either way. And even though it came really close down to the wire there, we got some good value, good loot right there. And that just goes to show that Blizzard is still worth using. So a couple things aren't maxed on this base, but we're going to hit this one here. I want to try my best to get my blimp into this area. That's kind of what I want to try here, but let's see. So starting off with the balloon. And then I'm going to use the blimp. Notice I have a hero potion on my heroes here. So let's see. Get ready. Drop in the rage, the invisibility. Ooh, perfect timing. And let's see. You're going to drop in another invisibility there. That's enough to get through. Alright. The Blizzard's going to be able to get rid of the town hall. There we go. And I think that might be it. It's not enough value, but do you know what? It's something. I'll take that. Yeah, I'll definitely take that. There. So, now what I want to do is, let's see, is there a clan castle here? Let's use a miner. Doesn't look like it. Okay, that's good. So, I'm going to go ahead and start off with the queen over here. And we are going to try and funnel her. Use 2 balloons over there. Balloon to soak up any seeking air mines so we can support this queen. Alright, I'm going to use a sneaky goblin up top with a wizard. And I don't think I'm going to need the super wall breakers. So let's see where our queen's going to go. I'm going to start the funnel over on the other side with the king and the yeti. And notice how our yeti is only at level 1. So let's see what we're going to be able to do. I'm going to use a super wall breaker here. So we can open that area up. Alright, that's looking good. I'm going to use the king ability here. And I'm going to send in the miners and the hog riders into this part of the base here. Use the warden right behind with them. I'm going to drop in the rage with the queen. Drop in another super wall breaker over there to kind of help them. Now we have 2 heal spells and the grand warden ability. Let's see what we can do. So we have to kind of get through this inferno tower. So I'm going to use a freeze there. Use a heal there. And then let's see. I want to try and hit both the miners and the hogs. I don't think I'm going to hit both. So I'm going to use the Warden Eternal Tome right there. That's looking good. Yeah, I think we're going to get a 3-star on this one. It may not have been the most difficult base since there were a variety of different levels. It could still be fairly tough. We could have even failed on time. But again, still showing that even if the Blizzard doesn't get nearly as much, like half the base, it can still get you a lot of really good value. You just don't want to use as many spells on it, as far as I have found out. I think it just really depends on the army. But still, very solid hit here. Another very good one, and That right there is going to be another 3-star. Let's see if we can do it one more time. Alright guys, we're going to be hitting this base design as the final part of our live attacks. And what I can get is if I can get the blimp into this area, the Eagle Artillery and Town Hall are gone, and then we can get rid of the Multi-Inferno and possibly the Clan Castle. So, let's see what we can do. So, I'm going to drop in a balloon here. And let's see, let's drop in another balloon here, and then I'm going to send in the blimp. Let's see if this is going to be enough. Hopefully, yep, it will. Let's drop in the invisibility spell, pop the blimp there. Alright, this is looking good. Gonna drop in one more here. Let's see if this is gonna be enough. Gonna use one more. Let's see if we can get to the Town Hall. Come on, Super Wizards. Get that Town Hall. Get that Town Hall down. There you go. Unfortunately, we won't be able to get the Inferno. And see, that's a difference there in terms of the new Blizzard. But that's good. So, now I want to try and just go in for that multi-target Inferno. So I'm going to use the Yeti here to create the funnel with a Wizard. And I'll probably use a Sneaky Goblin here. And then let's go ahead and... Let's see, where do we want to do a Queen charge at? Let's use our Queen over here. So let's see, I want to walk my Queen over. We're going to use the Super Wall Breaker here. Use the healers here in order to make sure that she goes in the right direction. But I'm going to go ahead and use my King up top. Good thing we find the Tornado Trap very early on. And I'm going to use another Super Wall Breaker with a Rage spell here in order to get this Queen to start moving in. And once we have that all initiated, I'm going to go ahead and start dropping in my Miners first. Then my Warden. Then the Hog Riders go in. Here we go. And let's see, we've got the use of the Heal spell here first. Going to use that there in order to make sure that we're able to power through. Let's see if we can get a triple on this one. This one's a fairly, not, sort of rushed base. It's a fairly decent one. Pop the Queen ability here. Going to use the Grand Warden Eternal Tome. Alright, let's see. Can this be enough? Going to use a heal spell right here. Going to use a freeze here. Let's see if we can get a triple. I'm going to pop the King ability to help with the cleanup. But I think we've got it. I think this is going to be another triple. Let's reset the army. And there you go, guys. We get another 3-star. This one was a fairly decent base, and we got it done. Even though we didn't get that Inferno Tower, which I had planned, even though we didn't get it, still got the triple. But it just shows that there is a little bit of a difference in terms of the sort of, in terms of the chain. And you could see that if we still had that 60%, that Inferno Tower would have gone down. But unfortunately, it did not. But we still got the 3-star, and Blizzard Hybrid, trust me, with only 3 invisibility spells and 1 at level 1, we get it done. We want to be able to go ahead and take a look at one last live attack, or one last replay, where I actually almost did mess up a little bit. It was a little bit awkward, but I was still able to get the triple. Now, last but not least, let's take a look at this one, and this base design is something that you guys have probably seen before, but this was actually kind of interesting. I had only 1 rage spell, and I was supposed to have 2, so I don't really get nearly as much value, but what I do here is I first start with the Blizzard, and I was trying to get rid of this part of the base here, so that then it could be a little bit easier. So you'll see that I'm using the Blizzard, and I unfortunately have the King move over, so they kind of go over to the King, and then it goes back in, and then they have to go in for the Town Hall. But the best part there was I was able to get rid of both of the single target Infernos, which was something that I was looking for. Now at this point I was kind of like, okay, where do I use my Queen charge at? And I was kind of definitely very hesitant because I noticed, oh wait, I don't have a rage. How am I going to keep my Queen alive if I don't have that rage spell? So that was the really unfortunate bit. But you may also notice I have a level 1 Yeti here. And even at level 1, the Yeti can be used for funneling quite nicely. It still has a good amount of health. But along with this, what I'm doing is I want to get my Queen to go in for the Eagle Artillery. So I want this Queen to go like deeper into the base. So I have to use a free spell, which thank God I had, in order to sort of get through these buildings. And since I had 2 super wall breakers, I was able to break into another layer of walls. So you'll see I had to use the Queen ability because I would have had to use like a rage spell there, and I completely forgot it. But at least I did not forget to use my king. Usually I have some sort of bad memory when it comes to doing attacks and forgetting that I have to use my king to create the funnel. And I had to also use a couple miners here in order to create the other side of the funnel. So that way what I was able to then do is send my hybrid into this area here. Now another thing that you may notice is that I only have a level 20 Grand Warden, and along with that level 8 Hog Riders. So that's incredibly important here, that I don't really have max stuff. Where it comes down to is going to be the miners, because they are maxed out here for Town Hall 12, and it allows them to push through. I had 2 giants I didn't use as well. I probably could have used them as tanks, but didn't really get a chance to. But you can still see how strong this is. It just really comes down to time though, and I'm really bad at time management. That's something I want to focus in on. But you can still see that I'm able to use the heal spells over the hogs and miners that truly need it the most when they're getting hit by stuff like the expos, the wizard towers, since those are maxed out and they're really going to do a lot of damage if left ignored. So that's incredibly important. But you can still see here though that I get a lot of really nice value from the Blizzard. It may not have been nearly as much, but either way, it was still a very good way to sort of get this attack, to kind of test it out and stuff, and I'm really happy with it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about it, and hopefully you guys will enjoy seeing more Blizzard in the future. Along with that, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, follow me over on the social, join my Discord server to hang out with me and other like-minded clashers, and I'll be catching you in the next video. Corrupt, signing out.